nothing like a funeral to make you feel alive. Just open your eyes.
I'm such a rule breaker. I went through that left lane closed. That was a sick bike. It was a sick Streetfighter. I don't know what that was. I would go after him, but no, I can still go after him. This thing is sick. Oh, it's an R6 Streetfighter. He's squidding, but that's his own preference, I guess. Sick Streetfighter. That's one of the best Streetfighters I've seen around here. That thing's not like the dude crashed it so he just took off all the fairings and put some pieces on. I mean, that's like a legit, like he got that built as a Streetfighter. Bikes look so weird without the tails, because he just has his rear seat, and then he took off the passenger seat, or he doesn't have his rear seat. He has his seat, and then he took off the passenger seat part of the tail, so it just has like little spikes that come off from where his seat is. It looks really nice, actually. And I'm not even a big Streetfighter fan, but that looks really sick. It's a nice bike, dude. Huh? That's a nice bike.
Crazy looking, huh?
Yeah, I like their tail on that.
Yeah. What was that? A 66?
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. He actually knew what kind of bike I had. That makes him an actual knowledgeable rider. What were you saying?
If you know anybody looking for one, I'm selling it.
Oh, no, man, I don't know anybody, but that is a sick bike, though.
I got a guy looking at it at 6 o'clock, but you know how people on Craigslist, they never come.
Oh, yeah, dude, totally.
Alright, man.
Yeah. Where are you riding to?
I'm going up to Baghdad.
Okay. That was a nice Subaru. That was a nice Subaru.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, I'll just follow you, man. I'm just out riding today, so.
Okay. I'm going to my house over there.
Alright. Good. this guy. But I mean, this is the cool thing about riding a motorcycle and riding sport bikes, is you find other sport bike riders, and if you can get up and talk to them, then you know, you can sometimes just start riding with each other, just start chilling. I mean, I've done that a lot. I've had that happen quite often. My dad has said that he hasn't had many, you know, cruiser riders, except with his old bike. He had his old bike, his 1989 Harley Davidson 1200 Sportster, and he'd get compliments on it and stuff like that, but that was close. He'd get compliments on it and stuff like that, but he'd never have people, like, you know, just want to start riding with him out of nowhere, just, you know, see where he's going and stuff like that. On sport bikes, you know, even if they're going to like work or whatever, they'll still ride, they'll like catch up to you and ride next to you, and I mean, they'll still like just start riding with you until they have to get off of you know, like the highway or, you know, whatever, and you'll just like kind of create your own riding group just out of nowhere. And I mean, it probably differs depending on city and state and everything, but down here that happens to me quite a lot, actually. And half of that is just like, hey, I ride a sport bike too, let's just join together and go racing down the road and stuff like that. But I wonder how much this guy's selling a Streetfighter for. That is a sick looking bike, dude. I think it's got a nice sound to it too. I think it's a debadged Akrapovic exhaust. I can't tell though. I don't know if you guys can see. I think it's a debadged Akrapovic carbon fiber, but I can't tell from here. Another nice thing about this guy is he doesn't seem like a show-off, stunty kind of Streetfighter guy. Because a lot of Street Fighters around here that I see, they're either stunt riders or they're like super show-offy, and they always try to do wheelies and stunts and always try to act like douchebags and stuff like that. This guy, he seems pretty legit so far, but I think he said he was selling his bike, or he told me he was selling his bike, and he had a buyer looking at it at 6 o'clock, which is in 5 minutes. But I guess the guy backed out or something on Craigslist, so I don't know if he's coming back from selling that, because I think he said he's going to his house. So he either is coming from a guy that didn't show up, or going back to his house so that the guy can meet him there. I'm not sure. I'll get some pictures of this guy's bike, and I'll put them on the screen right now. Yeah, I mean, this guy's bike is pretty sick looking. Looks like it has like an FC8 front headlight, or maybe an FC1. I can't remember their headlight styles, but it looks like one of the naked bike front ends, like an FC8 or an FC1. But it looks really good, actually. I really like it. And that's saying a lot. Maybe if this guy has another bike, or he doesn't sell this one or whatever, we could just organize some group rides or something like that. That license plate can't be legal though, dude. Look at that license plate. It is literally behind his tire. I can't see it, can't see it, can't see it. Now I can read his letters. It's hot out here today, man.
I'm kind of missing the speedometer.
What?
I miss having a speedometer.
Yeah.
I just jump in behind the car.
Yeah, just go with the flow, right?
Yeah. Is this Urban Streetfighter headlight?
Oh, okay. Urban Street Fighters.
It was a Raven.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. What's your name, man?
Matt.
I'm Cedric.
Oh, what's up, man?
Yeah, I like to have a full fairing bike. That's why I'm trying to get rid of this one.
Yeah. I like your keychain.
Right?
Got the remove before flight keychain.
What year is that?
2006. Is yours 08?
09.
09? Okay.
Yeah. Just out cruising, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it has a, it was an 09 R6 Raven that he changed into a Streetfighter.
Got anybody else you ride with?
Around here there's just like maybe 2 people or so, but I'm on YouTube too, and I get subscribers that want to ride with me and stuff. Does that count as friends? I don't have any real friends. Alright, well, I just left that dude's house. So he was going back to his house to try to sell his bike to a guy that was coming to his house. And the buyer, like, no offense to the buyer, and no offense to, well, I don't know why I really offend the guy that I just met, the dude that was selling it, but that buyer looked really sketchy. So I was like, peace, man, I'm gonna go out, ride some more, all that kind of good stuff, and you know, I'll catch you later. You know, I just left and I was like, that dude was sketchy. So I told him about the YouTube channel. This video will definitely be going up there, so if he looks it up, he'll probably see this video. So yeah, he told me you had it geared to -1 +2. It was an 09 R6 Raven with, I think he said, just about 10,000 miles on it. He was selling it for about $4,500. So if you guys like the way that bike looks, and I don't know if it's still on the Austin Craigslist or not, but if you find it on Austin Craigslist and you want to buy it, then there you go. You've already seen it run. You've seen it run well. I mean, it runs well, sounds great. All you'd probably need to put on it to make that thing street legal is some kind of makeshift speedometer and a mirror, like a bar end mirror or so, and then you know, that might be about it. So you could probably just buy it for, you know, $4,500 or however much you buy it for, and then pay for about maybe 150 bucks or so to get a speedometer and a mirror, and then you're street legal and good to go. So it actually is not a bad deal at all for an 09 Raven Streetfighter. That was actually, he said his buddy built it at a shop for him up in somewhere. I can't remember where he said, but he said his buddy built it for him up in a shop. So it wasn't just like a piece of crap. It was actually pretty nice looking, as you probably saw in the pictures there. So if I find it on Craigslist, I'll put the link in the description of this video. And if it's still there and you want to talk to the guy about it, then feel free to do that. And I'm sure if you're looking for a bike and you live around here, or you'd be willing to travel for it, and Streetfighter's your way to go, then that might not be a bad option. That's a pretty good amount of bike for that cheap a price. Wow, I'm glad I didn't stop at that yellow light, because the 2 cars behind me went through. And if I would have stopped, I stopped faster than cars do, and I would have got rear-ended. I'm glad I didn't stop there. Anyway, this is way too long, guys. Peace out. Who has the feeling to do some off-roading, kind of? I do. Up. And down.